Welcome back to the Raventape Drive, and I'm your host, Mr. Raventape, and of course, this is Splatterhouse.
That guy's an expert in something called necrobiology. Maybe he likes to take his work home with him. We'll take a look at this one. Could be Aztec, I think.
Rick?
Alright, so every time these flashbacks happen, we learn a bit more of the story, what happened that night.
Phase 5. The corpse that wouldn't die.
Nice landing.
Hey, your nutsack's not fused to your chin, right? I'd consider that a successful trip.
Where are we?
You tell me, Rick.
The carvings are Mayan. I'd say we're somewhere in southern Mexico. Maybe the Yucatan Peninsula?
Very good. And wrong. Now, give or take a few hours and 100 and something feet, we're back where we started.
Of course.
Get all this shipped here and built into the foundations of the mansion. A lot of people have entered these catacombs. Only West ever returned. Generations of the disappeared of Arkham Town lie buried down here. And they ain't at rest.
So, straight up, I had to re-record this again, which was fun, because of my last recording literally getting corrupted. That was fun. Real fun. Yay. I thought I'd bring this up just for the fact that you're going to see me upgrade. I'll probably upgrade during the video here. Why I have more upgrades than I did originally when we finished the last video. And just a side note, if you are seeing this right now, it means shit worked out. Thumbs up for that. That was fun. So does anybody in the comments think that there'll ever be another Splatterhouse, or did this sort of put the final nail in the coffin for us? Like, I don't know, the side scrolling parts that we've seen already, I could see the game being reborn like that again, if we're lucky.
Let's make a mess. What do you say?
Gotta hit those switches. See, this is why I reckon he jumps high enough, he should be able to grab onto ledges. So I don't know why we had to do that, but it is what it is. So as you can see, I've got a lot more there now due to my last recording being corrupted. Yay! Right, that's the last time I'll admit it, but
Fuck is that?
I have a feeling we'll find out soon enough. Pick that up. You're gonna need it later.
it's good to see our chainsaw went through the portal with us. So we get to reenact our favourite scenes from Texas Chainsaw Massacre now. Awesome fun, innit? You know, honestly, it's amazing that this game even got rated because of the gory violence, but I guess the cartoonish styling of it, it doesn't look realistic whatsoever. I guess, and on top of that, I can also guess that it's another situation where it's not humans that you are doing in. It's more mutated monsters. It's funny how things like violence is treated. Anything sexual or erotic or whatever in video games, unless you are a part of a certain community that plays those sort of games, then you do you. But as a mainstream game, if anything like that is in a game, we get instant, well, not we, but the game will get shit on constantly for that. But with violence, we're all good. We're all good on that front. It's sort of like movies, really, because not American, but more Western movies will rely on violence to get its point across, and in some movies it's used very well and very shockingly. But then you get European films where the subject of violence is just not a thing they want, and yet they'll lean towards more of the eroticism of films than violence. Violence is very frowned on. To me, it's a very interesting contrast of films, and when it comes to games too.
Artifacts from dead religions, a cult. The good doctor spent a lifetime collecting that crap.
Sorry, I went on a real rant there, but it just felt good just to point something like that out. That's all. Now, with my little rant there, if you've got any examples of films that who go against my theory of the European American films theory with eroticism and, of course, violence, please share them in the comments. I'll be happy to sit down and watch them, because as a movie lover, I tend to watch more films that are less known to the public. Same with games. I want to try and play more games that are less known to the public. You won't be seeing me playing, like, straight up now, you won't see me playing any adult oriented games like you'd find on certain websites, but if it pushes the envelope within TOS, I would happy to give a look at those sort of video games and or movies, really. Now, saying that, I don't think I'll sit down and would ever review a movie. I'll never forget listening to a podcast. I think the magazine was called Xbox Magazine, something like that, where they talked about video game journalism before it became, well, what it is now. And they were saying that reviewing games for a living sounds fun, but the problem is that you're constantly looking at them objectively, that you can't really ever stop and play for fun. You are basically constantly looking at its problems, or better yet, strengths and weaknesses. So to me, I give it up to some really cool reviewers out there.
Move it, Rick! It's about to crumble!
Who do a wonderful job reviewing games.
Gotcha, bitch! Blood? A 2x4. many guys can you beat off at the same time? Oh, 2x4. Handy. Let's do some fucking carpentry.
And plus, when it comes to reviewing games or movies or something like that, for me, there would be probably better reviewers out there for you who could probably break it down and say what the strengths and weaknesses of everything is. It's just one of those situations where it's probably not in my wheelhouse. I just play them to enjoy them. Be really shitty games and or movies, or really shitty or really awesome movies or games, really. A rule of thumb I have when it comes to these sort of things is that you have to watch or play shitty games or movies to have to realize what sort of what would you say? To realize how good something else is. So if somebody says this is an award-winning whatever, and you only consumed award-winning material or whatever you consume, books, movies, music, right? You tend to put yourself in a corner because you want to constantly keep getting something that ups it all the time. And eventually you just lose the taste for what is, the taste for what is generally good. You just consume it, right? So it's a balancing act for the most part to watch or play shitty things, because when you go back to something that's really, really good, you tend to have a situation where you know it's good because of X, Y, and Z, and you know why that last game you played was completely shit. Sorry for going on rants, but that's what I kind of do when it comes to Splatterhouse now, because even though I enjoy playing this game, it's not a classic. Probably the original 3 are classics, but not this one. I think purely because they tried to take a side-scroller into a 3D realm, which, to a degree, sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. But like I was thinking earlier in the video, like I was saying earlier in the video, to get another Splatterhouse, I'd love it to be just strictly side-scroller. It'd be awesome. Look at that blood texture just float.
You know you like it, Rico. Now we're cooking. Let's rip a few of these fuckers' heads off.
Did that machete just fly away? Oh, there it is.
Come on, chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop! What are those chop, chop, chop! Shall we?
I gotta ask, in the comments, how would you guys feel if I did the occasional video where I just went on a random rant? Not about people or things or whatever's happening, just like I just did then, just talking about the good and shit of media, really. Because there's enough YouTube channels out there that do a lot of reporting on everything that's going on, and I don't know, I try and tend to avoid a lot of that. I just wanna just have some fun, get away from the real world for an hour or so, and then, you know, maybe rant a little bit, then re-enter the real world.
Phase 6. Beast with a human heart.
Well, that was a bit of a quick chapter to begin with.
Welcome to the house that West built. He's been channeling the power that...
See what I mean by the side-scrolling sort of situation? It actually would look really, really good.
The house is dreaming of being alive.
It's amazing how I'm sort of already thinking of beyond Splatterhouse. I've already got what I want to play next lined up. So the idea is probably finish this in the next 3 parts or so. Hopefully, anyway. And all I can think is how good this would be as a side-scroller. Anyway.
haven't answered my question.
What am I? The real question is, what are you? The good guy? If you're the good guy, then stop me before I kill again. But you ain't, are ya? No. I'm just an expression of your heart's desire.
Bullshit.
Ooh. Come on. Let yourself go.
So I finally found a way to add another console to my arsenal. If you've been paying attention to the channel, you'll know that I play on the PlayStation 4, but also playing, for example, here. Did I just slid off that? Anyway, if you've been paying attention, I play a lot on the PlayStation 4 with Serious Sam and The Evil Within. And to play this, I don't have an Xbox One, I play it on Xbox 360. Hence the reason why you've the 720. More to the point, I finally found out a way to add another console to my arsenal, which is the PlayStation 2. Now, I do have a collection of games for the PlayStation 2 that I'll eventually play, and it's going to be interesting because of some of the games I've been able to dig up. I'm not going to name them all now because I think I will have to finish this first, hopefully in the next maybe 3 parts, this and 3 more parts after this, and then that's hopefully, and then I'm going to bring in the PlayStation 2 into the mix. I'm also still going to keep doing the one-off Thursdays when I've got time. But if anybody's seen that video, it's more or less of a showcase for independent games, really, that you may have not thought of playing or never seen before, or just wanted to check it out before you buy. It's not a review or anything like that. I just play an hour, and if you, as a consumer, like it, grab it. If not, well, you've seen what it's like. Because I find that trailers can be very deceiving. So it'd be nice to have some sort of look at it. Ooh, 2 for 1. Ooh, I was gonna jump there.
What is that sound? That sound, like a heartbeat.
Yeah, there it is. I'm guessing that's the heart of the house.
Living heart.
Well, there's a unique conversation piece.
He's not wrong either. Didn't mean intend to do that, but yeah. They got no meat on their bones. Didn't mean that either.
Don't worry, you won't get lonely.
Is he like... Oh no. He's there. For a minute there I thought he was stuck in the wall. I'm still able to throw during the cutscene.
No, I know you. I know what you really are. I can see the real you.
So what is it you think I really am? No, I'm doing this for Jen.
Oh, come on. It's not just what you do, it's who you are. You've always been a killer. In another life. In another game. You've always known it. Felt that urge? You just tried to bury it. You've been wearing a mask your whole life. It's time to release it. This is who you really are.
You're wrong.
Am I?
For a minute there I thought he was addressing us. Like in another life, in another game.
I remold flesh and resculpt bone. I create things both unnatural and wondrous. I enjoy my work. I've seen hundreds, thousands more likely, die before me on the surgeon's table. Their gods did not answer their babbling prayers. Mine will.
More lovely words from the doctor. Well, you gotta enjoy what you do for a living, don't you? Even if it means bringing the end of the world. Try to pull a fast one. Not fast enough. So, one of the things I've been thinking about doing, apart from the one-off Thursdays and the regularly scheduled programming, is doing, I guess, full runs of
From
games.
the Journal of Dr. Henry West. The Master's true forms cannot exist in this world. They require host bodies. But what form, what kind of flesh is strong enough to contain the terrible power of their life forces? It will be the supreme challenge to build new bodies for them.
Thank you, Doctor. Now, back to what I was saying. Was that, with the one-off Thursdays, regularly scheduled programming and all that, I'm planning on doing runs of games complete with a proper intro, intermission so you can go get something or take a break, and everything in between. I've got a couple games in mind. I don't know when the first one will be. Maybe once I settle into a good pattern, I'll do the first one. But it's just to bring, I don't know, like a movie experience, so to speak. Sometimes you just want to sit down and just watch a good game. Now, when I do these long plays, it won't be quiet or anything like that. I will be doing commentary through them because, once again, there's a lot of YouTube channels that do that sort of thing, and if that's your hustle, go for it. I'm not stopping you. Sometimes they're actually good to go to sleep to. But, yeah, I just want to do some games, full-length playthroughs in one sitting sort of thing. Like, I think the first one I might do, if everything goes to goes to plan, Halloween. Of course, Halloween's my favorite time of the year, so it'll be one around then, and possibly 2 in December. Pick the certain times. It'd be during holiday time, and then probably one for New Year's Eve to watch, the new year come in. So that's the plan at the moment. But we'll see how things, unfold. Yeah, give me a hand. A nice elevator ride to the top.
They just keep coming. Stop that.
Hey, what are you doing?
Get some. You need to hurry up if you want to save your girl.
Well, it's kind of hard to get up there to save your girlfriend when the elevator stops at certain points.
Boy, Ricky.
Tell me in the comments what sort of games, or game franchise, or game itself, that you would like to see given a second chance, so to speak, in the modern day world of gaming. Because I know there'll be, possibly with the PS5 and the Xbox Series X,
Almost there. Take him out.
yeah, anyway, there's going to be probably a good chunk of remasters and redos again on those two consoles, and to me it'd be interesting to know if you in the comments have got any idea of what you would like to see. Like, is there a long dead franchise you would love to come back? Because I think I recently found out that there was a Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is going to be it's delayed indefinitely. Did I get that right? Indefinitely? Because of issues behind the scenes and stuff like that. So I must admit I was looking forward to that. In these situations, I kind of feel bad for people who pre-order these games because it's a situation where you just don't want to be put into it. And I say feel for the developers too, because if something happened behind the scenes, see, I didn't go far into the story, but if something happened behind the scenes, then that sucks that they're being put down like that. Same with Dead Island 2 now. Dead Island was nothing to really write home about, but it was fun for what it was. And the second one, cinematic trailer, looked good for the most part. But that's been put on the indefinite, delayed for it indefinitely. Whoa, that box just flew out of nowhere. So, I don't know if you'd care to take my advice or not. It's entirely up to you. But when it comes to pre-ordering games, I usually wait 2 or 3 days before, so that way I know it's possibly going to come out. Possibly.
Trash it.
I know I seem to be doing a lot of rants in this video. It's basically because where there's things to, I guess, play along, not play along, but react to, story-wise or whatever, like say, The Evil Within or Serious Sam. Granted, this has more of a story than Serious Sam, but I guess it falls down to the same problem as Serious Sam, is that you're stuck in spots, shooting or fighting for extended periods of time and nothing much else goes. Where with The Evil Within, you sort of, as the story unravels, there are things that you'll pay attention to. No, I'm not trying to be down on this game. I'm enjoying myself, and I'm hoping you're enjoying yourself too. But when there's nothing really to engage with much, except for swinging somebody's arm around and hitting monsters, it's more fun for the player than it is for somebody watching it. That's for sure. No, that was a waste of a power block, wasn't it? Ah, another waste. I guess another upside to this game that probably people wouldn't want to admit is that it actually generally does have some good monster design in it. Especially the, I guess you would call them the mini bosses, not the actual bosses themselves, but the mini bosses. they actually have some generally good design.
Getting kind of good at this now, Rico. The sound of bodies bursting, the feel of flesh tearing in your hands. Ooh, admit it. The power, the strength. You like it, don't you? Don't you?
Yeah. No. You're confusing me. I can't think.
Oh, you don't need to think, Rick. That's what you got me for, buddy.
Let's have another word from the
The
doctor.
Journal of Dr. Henry West. Host body A's natural strength and size has been increased through surgical augmentation, making it powerful enough to contain the life essence of one of the masters. Of course, the process has driven it violently insane, but living flesh is always easier to work with than dead.
Holy shit, that's nerve-wracking. Can you... Just that little sound was brilliant in that area.
Rick, go back! Go back!
Calm yourself, Lenora.
It's Jennifer, you dick!
Mr. Taylor, it's said that a man's true character is reflected in the fruits of his toil.
Oh shit.
It's time you got to know me a little better.
So much suffering. It's beautiful. Kill it!
This... I don't know what made me think of it. I think it's the glowing needles, staffs, whatever they are in his back. It instantly made me think of those, how many people out there have played The Suffering? It's a game that came out early 2000s. Basically you play as a character called Torb in a prison cell. It's a remodeled, I think it's remodeled Alcatraz Island. But yeah, there's monsters and all that kind of stuff and all that. And the things in his back remind me of those needle throwers. Shit, he's actually got a bit of punch to him. I just gotta remember to dodge and roll. Oh, come on. I hit the wrong stick movements. I kept it holding it down. Don't know why. Let's try again. Yeah, that's better.
Hey, this is more like it. Kill it.
I'm really not paying attention to the situation, am I? This is why I suck at Bloodborne. My habit of going into Bloodborne is just all out just fighting it and then wondering why I got my ass handed to me.
I said good day, son. Beautiful.
It's interesting to see how the hitboxes work in this game. Oh, now I've got myself a weapon. Oh shit. Oh, what? Alright, looks like they've taken the edges away. No more safety net now. That's fun. No! I gotta admit, that sliding animation just sucks. Wait, didn't he say I would die, but he would live on regardless? No! Again! Alright. I need to concentrate. Just a quick side note. Does anybody believe in the theory that the mask might be one of the corrupted? Like I said, it's been a minute since I've played this, so I don't actually know, well, don't know, but I can't actually remember the twist when it comes to the mask.
Done it.
Rick, what am I going to do with you? You just...
Look at what you've become. Reverend death, and for what?
For Jenny.
Oh, my dear boy, you're a monster, a sideshow freak. You think she'll want you now?
Oh, I swear, if you hurt her again...
That's the spirit. On with the show.
Oh shit, where is he sending us now?
You have my word. I'll be a gentleman. To the end.
Oh, hang on a second. And with that, we come to another intermission. Hope you enjoyed yourself, as I enjoyed myself. And until the next showing, good night.